I know, and I just met her a few weeks ago, her and her mother at Hurley Medical Center there in Flint in the NICU. Adeline is her name. Her mother, Bentley, this was her 5th child, but this pregnancy, very different from her other 4. It was one that left her praying for a miracle.
Come on, Adeline. Oh, you're awake. Is it time to eat?
At just over 2 weeks old, Adeline isn't out of the danger zone yet.
Let's check your diaper.
She was born 7.5 weeks early at Hurley Medical Center in Flint. Doctors said Adeline had stopped growing normally in her mother's womb.
The specialist recommended that we induce right then to get her out and get her growing better outside of my body.
Mom, Bentley, says nothing could have prepared her.
I was afraid that she was not going to be okay. I guess was my first concern, that her lungs weren't going to be developed because the doctors weren't really sure how she would do when she was born with that. When I heard the doctor say, okay, here she comes, I just kind of stopped and started praying, going, oh, God, please let her be okay. Just let me hear her cry. Let me hear her cry.
On January 16th, Adeline was born and immediately placed in Hurley's neonatal intensive care unit.
We are the only level 3 in the area, which level 3 provides the highest quality of care. Very rarely is there anything that we can't handle here.
Adeline needed help breathing. She also lost quite a bit of weight. But Mom says since day 1, she's been a fighter.
You're going to have everyone just wrapped around your little fingers. She didn't want the oxygen tube in her nose, so she kept ripping it out until she showed them that she could do okay without it. They stopped putting it back in. She's so determined. You can tell how hard she's trying. It feels like she's trying to come home.
Mom is in the NICU up to 7 hours a day, every day. The worst part is having to go home.
I'm such a good girl. It's the hardest thing, walking away from her. That's not, as a mother, that's not the instinct that you have to leave your baby. Even though I need to go home and be with my other kids at night, every night when I walk out, I cry.
But doctors say going home is not far off for Adeline.
Now she's just to the point where she needs to get some weight on her. She needs to get to the 4-pound mark, and then she can get out of here.
Today, Adeline is just over a month old and is finally home with all 4 of her brothers and sisters. That's right. Adeline is one of 5.
She's got all of her big brothers and her sister to love her and take care of her and spoil her.
Adeline is also a Children's Miracle Network baby, a nonprofit that raises money for children's hospitals. In this case, all of the babies in Hurley's NICU.
They provide a lot of our equipment for the babies. We really could not provide the care that we do without them.
Mia feels Adeline is here today thanks to the care at Hurley and through the help of the Children's Miracle Network. She hopes Adeline can one day give back.
She's had a lot of care given to her. I want her to care for other people. That's what I hope for all my kids.
And I also spoke with Adeline's mother yesterday, Mia, and she says Adeline is doing great. She's 4.5 pounds now, and she's only gaining weight. She says that she has a lot of helpers as well, as you saw in that picture. A lot of older siblings. Apparently, they all volunteer, Joel, to change the diapers. Wish I had that help in my house.
Boy, Mia's got her hands full, doesn't she?
She sure does.
With all those kids and that new baby. Thanks, Liz.